weird audio. The Goober, 7 months. Happy to be here. Thank you, the Goober. New printers come with partially filled cartridge for the exact same reason. I don't know how true that is, Captain Flint. I mean, I would certainly have thought that, you know, in Europe especially, the European law would have kicked in and just cracked down on that. That's probably a wives' tale. But certainly, there's been numerous investigations into the practices of what they do with these printing companies do with their ink cartridges. Like the way they put these chips on them and they seem to run out early. Like this has all been proven. There's a lot of dodgy stuff going on. And yeah, the amount of money they charge you for an inkjet cartridge is actual insanity compared to the cost of refilling it. Mr. Sutherland, the wife and daughters have watched The Greatest Showman and they absolutely love it, but it's not really my thing. Use a place called Spectrum, they're pretty good for my machine. What, you mean they do refills and stuff? See, look at this bit here, this is quite decently done. But, well, I said that, and then I looked to my left. Oh no, it's under construction, however... Wait, does this guy know anything about physics? The guy who made that bridge in the mod, does he know about physics? Because, assuming they're suspension cables, then that should be swinging right back down there right now. That's really weird. Even the tunneling is wrong, look. Surely would have tunneled that out before they actually started work on a bridge. Okay. Well, that looks like a steep drop. 1 second. Now this is a road I want to go down. I think the bridge collapsed. Wowzers. This is a bit of a mess in places, this map, isn't it? This has not converted very well at all. Heritage Slayer, 38 months. Keep up the great work, Paul. Thank you very much, Heritage Slayer. The perfect bridge for a Renault. It's really weird. You get these like really nice bits of map and they combine with these really kind of, I don't know, basic bits of map. Oh god. I mean, look at those houses there. Those houses are clearly a 2D picture. They're not even 3D models, look. I mean, they had graphics like that on the Sega Mega Drive. That's what they used to do. They used to just draw bitmaps instead and keep rotating them towards you. MapperJohnDeath.col. That's the guy who did it. Outrun. Used to love Outrun. Tell you what, the AI routes are a bit wrong. They come around bends and they cut inside, and then this what happens, look. Because his AI routing is not correct. So you keep getting these collisions. That's interesting. I've never seen a fuel station in this game where there's people sat outside, like at coffee tables. That's definitely a new one. Oh, my tea's gone cold. Oh wow, that's still stuck back there, look. That coach doesn't know what to do. Yeah, I was thinking that point, like, how did these people get here? Maybe they got off the coach. Who doesn't enjoy the smell of diesel whilst having a coffee? Maybe 7-month Scottish king. Oh god. I just love the way the AI can completely ignore the speed bumps. I find that really irritating somehow, you know? You have to adhere to these speed bumps and they just fly through it like they don't exist. I like that passenger overhead crossing, that's quite good. Whoa! wonkyhomes.com. Look at this. Do you even level? Oh, that road there, look how much that climbs. I bet that's the one that goes up to the moon. Wow, this is a bit... Who are you? Rutipian? Are you talking to me? Or somebody else? Subsidence, probably. Lord Squirrel of the Shire. Fawn of the Shire. You need to get my full title. Otherwise known as El Squirrelo. If it was Willy Wonka Land Shoot Bandits, you'd be able to get out and lick the trees and it would taste of strawberries. Oh, apple pie, you've made me think of, is it CSI Miami who has that song? Something like that. One of the CSI ones runs that Who Are You song. Oh boy, look at that hill. That's got nope written all over it. I'm gonna let the AI get a bit further away. We're just gonna need a low gear and a constant speed. Look at the speed they're coming down. Can you see that? Like about 90 down the hill. Even the coaches. Well, I can't floor it, because if I floor it, I'll just go straight into the back of those vehicles. I can't even take a run up at it. Here we go. Look at that van! Unrealistic or what? I just love the way the AI gets to ignore physics. Oh my god. This is a climb. Fun. My apologies, Lord. El Squirrel of the Shire, possibly first of his name. Definitely first of his name, Fun. Nobody else has got that name. I believe there's a Norbit trailer here. They don't completely ignore physics, so how slow they are on the climb. That's about it though, Captain Flynn. You don't see any weight and balance, you don't see anything tipping over. There's no suspension. But yeah, they seem to, it simplistically slows down up a hill. But you saw them going downhill. That's just not. Yep, there are some weird hills in the background, I noticed them. Like, it's alright when you're here, but if you look up there and you see the top of this, like this wall on our right, if you look on the left there and see the top of it, it's just bizarre. Agent Truffles, 27 months, are you and Mrs. Squirrel going to watch the wedding next week and sit and eat scones? No. Not really. Are you? kamikaze pug, if I told her it was Happy Mother's Day, she would be genuinely very confused because Happy Mother's Day was back in March for us. But thank you anyway. That is bizarre. A roundabout? You don't see many of these in Colombia. Go on, pull out. I mean, you know you want to. Wow, I would not park on that. I'd rather watch football over the royal wedding and you hate football. That low road carries on somewhere else. Still gaming on your 49 790k? No, so ropey. That's what I use with my flight sim now. When's Brother's Day? I think they should have a Brother's Day and a Sister's Day. Skipperton. Well, I think while he's waiting for those... Oh, scumbag, you went straight on. I was literally going to dive through there then. You won't mind. $185k left. Looks like we're more or less through the twistiest parts of it now. Subs are going to expire tomorrow, so you will not see me a silver acorn, Joshua. No problem, bro. Thanks for your support. So Ropey, welcome back. Some of these roads are really interesting and like they've got some interesting ideas, but the problem is the map quality is just not of a good enough standard. It needs a lot of work to bring it up to speed, you know? Like if ProMods took over this map, imagine what they could do with it. They could strip it back and just make it so much better. Every now and again you get these road signs that are just in the road instead of at the side. Oh, we're in the clouds, look, we are. Remember that road we flew through that was so ridiculously elevated, it was in the clouds? That's where we are now. Hence the weird horizontal skyline. A4 metal, not bad. I did not watch Clarkson on Millionaire Connor, no. I do wonder why they got him to do it instead of Tarrant though. Was it just because Tarrant's bored or they wanted to get somebody else? Coyote, welcome back. The game must automatically generate these kind of cloud layers. And they've gone so high that it's just hit these cloud layers.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
The Socko. And all this time lurking in the shadows. Cheers to you in the mods. Thanks for 28 months, Lesocco. Clarkson's a bit much for you, fair enough. No, skip it in, there's no schedule for my summer car. Tarrant didn't want to do it. Ah. Alright, Barak, have a good one. Second series of what, Connor? Oh, the Millionaire thing. I just had a plane flying over? What the heck? It was cheaper, probably. Coach trip pipe. There's another plane up there. What the heck? I'm pretty certain that's not a normal flight path. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's normal. 747 just laterally steering over the top of the city. Seems legit. Wow. Minimums. Guess the guy likes using his rudder more than his ailerons. VFR in it instead of 747. Here's another one. Wait, what is my sat-nav doing here? Oh, is it sending us around and underneath? Looks like we're going right and then back underneath. Good night, Joshua. What on earth is that? An old Scania. Some of these hills are insane. 13M. Didn't see the model. Barak, on the link, when you go to the forum post, it tells you where the dealer is. And when you open the zip file, there's a readme, and that tells you where the dealer is as well. But yeah, it's Merc. If you just read the readme, it'll tell you what things that you need to know. Whoa, that trailer's weird. Like, I would never use that brown. Because that brown reminds me of something. Whoa! Thought he was going to hit that guy then. Yeah, coffee chocolate, that's what it reminds me of. The scenery's just thrown together. You watched Who Wants Me a Minute on Friday. Jeremy Clarkson said he knew the answer to one of the questions, so he turned around and shouted it and got it wrong. Epic fail. Some twisty bends in this room. There's a new lifeline, ask the host. Oh really? Wow, I'm not sure I'd want that one, Connor. What, so they got 4 now? Ask the audience, phone a friend, and 50-50. Doesn't want to go up here, does it? It's not surprising. How's the Columbia map, Trond? It's interesting, but it's the quality level's not high enough for what we're used to, I don't think. I can imagine just like doing the ask the host, and they ask Jeremy Clarkson, he's like, I don't know. What are you asking me for? The look in your face said it all. It wouldn't be on my recommend list, let me put it that way. I think it needs more work first. I'd like it to be improved though. It's always nice, like the South American maps are always interesting because they're so very different. I need to go back and check out EAA and see how that's getting on. Well, that's the other thing that concerns me, Gregorius, is like how, when they're choosing the contestants for the show, do they just eliminate all the ones that are getting all the answers correct? Because it's going to cost them money, isn't it? Like, they don't want to get some really super clever person on the show who just starts sailing through it. Because every time they get answers right, they're going to have to fork out more money. So they have to get people on who are going to get it wrong. Oh, is it, Landy? I don't know. I haven't been on EAA for a while. It used to be you could drive around like Brazil and stuff. I don't know, El Phillips, because I don't know when you phone a friend. I don't know how much they control that. They've probably got somebody there with the person. Because you might phone a friend and they're in the pub or driving in the car or something, you know, but that never happens, which implies they know they have to sit somewhere for the entire show. Chewy! Vegas, baby! Thank you for 20 months, Chewy. Vegas is close. One of them went on to answer phone. Did it really, Heyman? Wow. They're allowed to Google. See, I kind of think that's a bit pointless, really. Because then phone a friend just might as well be replaced by bring your laptop out and Google it. You're just a little bit excited. That truck just completely trolled me. It was going so slow, and then the moment I went to overtake it, it just went bye. You think it's a setup? Yeah, I'm tempted to think the same thing, Adam. They're not allowed to Google. They have a producer with them to make sure they don't, says Floaty. Have a drink of water here. Well, thank you, Trent and Funkal. On the show they said they had someone there watching them. Yeah, I thought so. It's far too easy to Google stuff now. The guy in Sweden said, give me 1 sec, I'm gonna Google it. What? So, is it allowed or not then? Imagine if one of your friends went on that show and then you got a call and they were on a question where it was worth like 64,000 and you gave them the right answer and then your friend basically went on to win 128,000. Do you think your friend would give you some of that money? Because if he didn't, that would seriously break the friendship, wouldn't it? You're like, hang on a minute, I answered your question and you made 64 grand out of that, and all you've done is bought me a few beers. Like, how does that work? Yeah, I remember the guy cheated, Connor. Bus Sim 18, Presley. It's not out yet. We'll play it when I'm allowed to. For a few beers will be enough. Dude, if your mate won 64 grand because you gave him the right answer, I think you're owed a bit more than just a few beers. One Jarrett, 28 months Twitch as a troll. It should be 29. No, it can't count. Same with Whiteland. He lost a month, and they still can't work out why. Yeah, like a holiday or something, Mustang, or a cruise or something. That would kind of feel a bit more like it, you know? Otherwise, it's just going to be a bit of a sour relationship from then on. You'd ask for at least £100. Dude, if you answered his question to win 64,000 on top of the 64,000 he already had, you'd ask for 100 quid. I think, like, something that would feel right would be just buy a holiday of a lifetime for that person. Because then they get, like, a massive experience, you know? Send them on a £5 cruise around the Med or something. It's a bit, well, the thing is, Skipperton, it would, for me, I would feel ridiculous. Like, if I phoned a friend and he gave me the answer and I was genuinely stuck and I then won another 64 grand, I would not feel right going home and going, let's take you down the pub for a couple of beers. Thanks for that. You know, that feels a bit... Come on. Like, what kind of a friend are you if you're going to give your mate a couple of beers for winning 64 grand? That's the way I'd be looking at it. We're on half a tank of fuel, we're all good. Rob Jensen, how you doing? What's the trailer? I think it's like packaging or something. Post packages. It's not Rob. Hang on. Really? Did that not show up, Rob? That must be broken. Thank you. Sorry about that, Rob Jensen. I could see you hosted me, and Rob Q did as well. Thank you, guys. I don't know why they didn't show up. I guess it's broken. I'll check it out. Did the little squirrel thing not come up? No, I don't think she did, Connor. Oh my god. Something's obviously broken on the Twitch end. Boom's broken. My notifications are broken. Unless Twitch has got some APR problems, then I need to fix things. Look at these buildings cut into the ground. Seems legit. I'm probably going to regret this, but I need to get a photo. Oh, he's going to overtake me? That seems like normal. Bicicletas. I wonder what they are. Here we go. I like how the bicycle shop is on a street when basically nobody could ride a bike up here to get it. It's just like that. Oh god. I just knocked the keyboard with my cup of tea. Thankfully it didn't spill, but it did press the escape key. That was close. Yeah, you need a tank of fuel just to get up there. You'd love to ride down on your bike. Yeah, but coming back up. But there's some hills in Sheffield that are a bit like this, and I used to ride down them on the bike, but coming back from lectures, it was just horrible. There's an area in Sheffield called Crooksmoor, which is where I used to live as a student, and some of the things are just, oh my god. Floaty building hype. Floaty tree hype. Bet that guy. Yeah, Broomhill. I lived in Broomhill as well. I used to walk through Broomhill actually. It's one big long hill. There's not many flat places in Sheffield. Even that building just completely clips through the ceiling. Like, they just threw it down and didn't even check it. So what are you doing? Well, Hallam was where I first started out, Smithby Uni. Good work. What did I take damage then? Damage penalty, 1.1%. I don't even know what caused that. I'm just gonna wait here and see if a truck manages to hit me. Of course nothing comes. As soon as you pull up here, nothing comes at all. That's quite scary. Right, I'm gonna call it there, guys. It's quite late. And I'm a bit tired. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's Sunday Night Trucking. I shall be back on Thursday. I've got a feeling I can't stream on Friday, but I'll double check and let you know. Thank you for your support as ever, and thanks to you guys for watching and all the mod team for helping out. Thanks for the GGs, guys. The Heathrow video will be up this week, and I'll get some other gaming done, probably some flight sims and stuff. Probably do another flight sim stream next week as well. Well, have a terrific week, whatever you're doing. If you've got any exams, best of luck with them. And until Thursday, I shall see you then. Take it easy, guys. Love you all. Good night.